Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking Dale Tuggy's deep dive, why logically proving Christ's deity is actually super complex.
You'd think finding one Bible verse wraps it up, right? Well, Tuggy argues it's actually a massive, complicated puzzle.
Let's start with numerical identity. This is the strict idea that Jesus and God are the exact same single entity.
If they're identical, whatever is true of God must be true of Jesus. Ignoring differences is basically mathematically absurd.
Take omniscience. God knows literally everything, right? But Jesus explicitly stated he didn't know the hour of his return.
So, theologians shift to divine person identity. This just means Jesus possesses all the essential, uncompromised qualities of divinity.
Tuggy lists 12 essential attributes a divine person needs. Proving this demands a really painstaking, piece-by-piece logical strategy. Think of it like building a brick wall. You've got to logically cement each divine attribute, one at a time. But Tuggy says the bricks fail, like healing someone from 50 kilometers away doesn't actually prove universal omnipresence. If the piece-by-piece method crumbles, what about the direct route? Does Scripture outright declare Jesus holds full divine essence?
They'll highlight theologians like Michael Bird. He argues that Paul clearly assigns this total divine essence to Jesus.
Tuggy calls this synecdoche. It's a figure of speech, meaning God worked fully through the man Jesus, no shared essence.
Now, for the indirect route, if Jesus fulfills Old Testament prophecies about Yahweh, does that actually prove he is Yahweh?
Not necessarily. Just like Commander Eisenhower acted through General Smith, God can completely fulfill his actions through Jesus. Take their action arguments. The logic claims Christ did miracles only God can do, therefore proving his deity.
But Tuggy says that middle premise fails. God can easily authorize humans to perform divine actions on his behalf.
For example, Elijah raised a widow's son. This proves non-divine humans can absolutely be empowered to perform massive miracles.
We see the exact same logic failure with titles. Apologists argue specific biblical titles prove Jesus possesses divine essence.
But Tuggy explains titles like first and last merely assert unique status, not a shared divine essence or immortality. In fact, Jesus says in Revelation he was dead. Dying literally proves he lacked the essential divine attribute of immortality.
So could apologists combine these weak arguments into a detective-style cumulative case? Well, Tuggy finds this heavily flawed too. A good detective must explain away massive counter-evidence, like Jesus' real human limitations, something apologists tend to ignore.
He notes apologists rarely weigh their complex theories against the simpler Unitarian explanation, which fully embraces Jesus' clear humanity.
So, does the simplest explanation actually make the most sense? It really leaves us questioning our foundational assumptions, right?